So I just watched an episode on Netflix of like a famous reality show that's about like a famous thing that's going on, which is a real thing, and they are like documenting what's happening. And like if people don't realize that, like how, like I don't want to use the word toxic because it's one of those words that has been used for so many times. Like you hear it and you basically like judge the opinion of the person that used that word as like not worth anything because they're like onto these viral words that like catch attention. Maybe don't. That's easy to like assume. And so I haven't been on social media for like three years. Yeah, around 3 years. And it's honestly crazy. Like, and it sounds so sad. It is. But like I walked no, like I like started watching it, and basically every single, like, there are like parts of an episode that like focus on different stuff. Every single one was about drama. It was all about like this person did that and that person did that, like, and then someone else said that that person did that. And I'm not saying that what they did was true or not true. That's like not what I'm pointing at. As actually I could go into it now. So because yeah, so like I don't really understand why oftentimes when it's like an accusation of something, I never hear of the person that's accusing someone, but I always hear of the person that's being accused. And of course, like you understand where it's going. It's going to like the women accusing men of doing stuff towards them. And once again, you see, like, it's gotten to a point where like I'm sincerely uncomfortable to talk about it because I'm afraid I'm gonna be affected. And it's like that's how it's supposed to be. I don't really feel like that's how it's supposed to be. And like there are already so many words for stuff like that, which is crazy. Like I should be able to chime in on this, like just saying my opinion, without feeling like I'm gonna get, cancelled with my 0 subscribers. But like, still, like I'm not gonna be like personally attacked by like a group of people that think otherwise. And it's like just so crazy to me. I think it takes some like some time of being off without something to realize how bad something has gotten, and like how bad something is for you. It's like addiction, for example. Let's say someone's addicted to alcohol. For as long as they don't stop, they don't really realize that's a big problem. But then they don't do it for like, I don't know, let's say 2 weeks. Like, I don't know if 2 weeks is enough, but like a period of time where you when you don't do it, and then you like observe the positive effects of like, yeah, like my life actually is better without it, and then I do it, and then I see how bad it is. So what I'm going towards with all this is, man, it got really bad lately, like really bad, and not only with the like the accusations and stuff, but I like, my opinion is I do think it should be handled in a better way, because I feel like it's, see, like I'm like mentally I have to search through so many words to come off as politically correct. But I do feel like the system behind it. Like if I know who's being accused of something, as a person watching, like from like a third person view. So like this is happening in front of me and I'm watching here. I should be like, if this is the one accused, I should be no, I should know who's the one accusing as well. Because otherwise it puts everyone on such a like threat. Like, you know, you really start getting like afraid of your neighbor, like, which is crazy. Like, yeah. And it's one of those things that's like, I've said it so many times here in this video, but it's so hard to talk about this without like taking a stand and without feeling like I'm saying something wrong. And the only reason I feel that I'm saying something wrong is only because I am afraid. Right? So yeah, I think so that's more my opinion on one of those things, that it should be handled in a better way than it is now. And hopefully it will. And I also think the reason to why it's being handled in this way is because it sort of became viral to, like, it sells in that. I know it sounds bad, but I'm just gonna say what I think and hope that people understand it without like making this video 10 hours long, because I could. Maybe I will. But yeah, like, this stuff sells. That's why it's being so loud about it. But because it's so loud and because it sells, it's like a vicious cycle. Because if, let's say, if someone wants to accuse someone that's innocent, they know he's like, that person's gonna get backed up, and he or she has absolutely no like risk at accusing. But the one being accused, assuming that he's now innocent, like, he's gonna get affected either way, even if it's proven. Not every person that heard the accusation is gonna get to know that he's innocent, or she. But like, as we know, how the state and the world looks right, was probably he. And I think it's got so bad, like, it's all this like war, like man against woman. It's weird. It's scary. I think it's scary. And I think it's like, one could say to me like, yeah, you're scared because you have something to be scared of. But like, no, I'm scared because anyone could say anything about me that could ruin me forever. Mentally, for example. Which is very, very sad. Like, do people realize how sad this is? Like, I know you don't really care, like, when it doesn't affect you. But I don't know, like, always I've been, like, able to, like, putting myself in, like, a spot. Empathetic, basically. Like, once again, full disclosure, I hope everybody understands that I speak from the perspective of the person being accused as innocent. If it's guilty, then that's like a completely different conversation. Like, then I fully agree. However, I do not agree that, you know, the one being accused is being put on such a like crazy, you know, like demonizing him. Because at the end of the day, it's a person. It's still a human. And yes, I know it sounds harsh, but I think that's what like every person deserves. Yeah, just to be treated equally and don't like put them down. Even if it was a woman that's being accused, like it's still like I think everybody like I think it's common knowledge, but apparently it's not. Like you should be viewed as a human, you know. Just crazy. And I hope like I know that it's very controversial what I'm touching upon, and like I am sure that if anyone watching this would try to explain it, like you run into those problems where you can say something that can be seen from so many ways. It can be picked upon, but that's also the thing. It only gets picked up upon because then someone can talk about it, and it will sell. So you see how it's like. It's almost like sad to say, but it's everything's sad in this video. But it's all about money, and it's just like, man, like what has happened? Like, how? Okay, so coming back to the show I was watching, it was all drama, like, and if this is what everybody is watching, everybody's watching, then like, do we not see how bad this is? Like, do people watch this and like not cringe? It's cringe to say cringe, but did they not see like? Did they not get like, like pushed off by what they're watching? Crazy. Honestly, crazy. Yeah, I wanted to share my opinion. Cool.